Hello, my old gauge friends. Welcome back to Guystrains. Again, thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are dynamite. Today I spent the whole day in the garage cleaning up, straightening out, and trying to get back to my layout. And just sitting here chilling out, enjoying it. So anyway, tonight we're running the Union Pacific rendering of the Jupiter locomotive. And this happens to be, I think it was pretty much a limited run. They had it up in Train World, and when I went there, kind of was on sale, so I picked it up. But there's a lot of history to the train. It's celebrating the Jupiter, which was originally owned by the Central Pacific Railroad. And it was originally a 440 steam locomotive. It made history when it joined the Union Pacific number 119 at the Golden Spike event. So this is when the East and the West met in Utah. Promontory Summit. And this is kind of celebrating that. A couple of years back, if you guys remember, it was the anniversary of that event. And they did a couple of runs. MPH did a custom run. Lionel did a run of the original 440 steam locomotive. The Union Pacific one was the 119. And that also was a 440 American type steam locomotive. And that locomotive was built by Rogers Locomotive and Machine Works in Paterson, New Jersey in 1868. Along with numbers 116, 117, 118, and 120. And the original was scrapped in 1903. But a replica now operates at the Golden Spike National Historic Park. So that's a little bit of history of it. And I love this locomotive. You can see it's a 44 AC. It runs very smooth. So, Lionel celebrating the Golden Spike event when the East met the West. That opened up the whole West Coast. That's when people started migrating out from the East Coast to the West Coast heavily. And you know, trains really, if it wasn't for trains, I don't think the country would have ever gotten built. But you can't, you know, history is history. You can't stop progress. You see how nice she runs, nice and smooth. She's coming around. Let's get a little close shot of it. It's a beautiful color scheme on it. It's gold, blue, and red. Got a gorgeous American flag on it. I got the smoke unit on low, and you know, to be honest with you, in real life, you notice these locomotives going down the track, they're not really smoking heavily unless they're under a lot of stress, you know, pulling power, pulling. And I think if you put it on low on the models, you save the wick, and it kind of looks a lot more real, even though it's not as visible as you can see. But low and medium, I think, is the best setting. Every time I used to put these things on high setting, forget it. I had burned out the wick, a lot of problems. Actually, on my MPH models, on my tri-rail, if you could see over here on the other end, this particular model, not this one, but the other one, I got two of these, it actually melted the body. That's how hot MPH smoke units get. I mean, it actually started melting where the smoke comes out. So guys, forgive me for the shaky camera and all that stuff, because I'm kind of like doing this with my cell phone and just trying to think of things to talk about with you guys. Keep it a little interesting. So, here we got up on top, we got the Amtrak. Check out my Amtrak. I think I'm going to get one of these Amtraks. I know everybody kind of like models trains to their, to a time frame, and, you know, I'm not really into like doing it that exact. I got all different eras on here, all different times, the 50s, the 60s, I got steamers, you know, modern day locomotive, diesel electrics. It's not really restricting. I tell you, it's a beautiful color train. You know, getting into this hobby, mainly I went for the paint jobs on the trains and the flags, because I'm patriotic. I believe in America and I love America, and I know America is going to prevail. As you can see, I got the other Freedom train up there. And that is Illinois Central Illinois GP there. Let's take a walk. I'm going to show you my other Freedom train. We'll go to my house in a minute. So here you can see I have the Lionel PA, and this is the Freedom train, Spirit of 1776. I got this baby on display. It's an Alco. You guys know that. Now this train, I got lucky. It didn't come with a box, but the train was never run. I ran it a couple of times, but it was like brand new. The box was in a basement for years, and the box was all full of mold, and it was shot. But here you have the history in the background, the American Freedom train. September 15th to the 17th, 1948. And July 7th to 10th, 1976. So well, actually there was 2 Freedom trains, but this is the original. That's a Pullman. You see a Pullman car, right? That's pretty cool. So I kind of love that. And up here, on my ceiling track, at one time I had a ceiling, a shelf layout. Let me put the lights on so you guys can see that. There you go. The shelf track, it went all across. But I took down the whole rest and I just kind of left it with this as a display. Let me back up over here. So I got the Blue Comet up there. That's the original MTH Blue Comet, Proto 1, but I converted it to a Proto 3. Which happens on a day the Big Apple marks a major milestone. The New York City subway, turning 120 years old tomorrow. She looks beautiful up there. Yeah, so I'm getting into like kind of displaying the trains. At first I was just running them, but I think the better models I'm going to display. You know, I'll run them a little bit. I got one coming from Brady's Trains, which is the custom run Blue Comet that they're making. It should be here just before Christmas, and I'll be putting that out there. And by far, that's probably the most money I ever spent on a train. But it's a complete set, you know, all the passenger cars. I really never bought too many complete sets outside of that Freedom train, and up here I got the Coors Light train. But mainly a lot of stuff was just pieced together. I bought separately the cars. And one other set that I did buy was the Tri-Rail. Came with three or four passenger cars, which are right here. As you can see, I got them up here. Now these are the engines I got lined up. This one's got to go. This one I have to repair. And I was telling you about the smoke unit. See how it melted? I had to put a metal. I made this. And I'm going to remake it again and make the hole smaller. But I put this, it's made out of metal. And I put fireproof, heat-resistant sealant, put it down. And I kind of painted this so it would match. But the smoke unit gets so hot. I was running them on high, and it actually melted the body. It melted the plastic insert in here. And that happened on this. Let me show you. It happened on this one too. You see? This one has to be worked on. All right. Here's my other blue. Here's my Camelback 119 from Long Island. Menards. Union Pacific, and I have another Menards Penske that I'm going to be unboxing right here. As soon as I get a chance, I'll unbox it and put it up on the track. I started putting some boxes away. I got them all over the place. I got to come up with an antidote for this because I don't want to rent a storage unit just for boxes. Here's some of my other engines. And basically that's it. I mean, I got plenty of trains. Not as many as some guys out there, but enough to have a lot of fun. And so, just sitting back and enjoying the train now. I started really contemplating what I'm going to do in here. I don't know, I got that house down there that I'm going to wind up, you can see it underneath the track. I was going to get rid of it, but it's really a one-of-a-kind piece. And I got to tell you something, when you're just getting into the hobby, I had some nice stuff that I bought early on. You know, when MTH was really like still kicking, and they had a lot of nice stuff out there, because the first stuff that I was buying was MTH. I got into Lionel later on. I really didn't venture into the high-end stuff with Lionel as far as their premier stuff. The legacy stuff I have, and I like the TMCC older engines. But, you know, when you read in the forums and stuff about the premiers, you know, you spend $3,000 on a locomotive and they have a problem. Some guys are complaining about some problems right out of the factory. I don't know about that. I'm not into that. And plus, it's a lot of cash, you know, for an engine. I don't mind spending $2,000 or $2,500, but I don't want any problems with it. You know, you know, you got to save up half a year sometimes to do that. This whole collection and all these houses I purchased mainly from Ready to Roll in Miami, and a lot of stuff on eBay, some stuff on eBay. I made a mistake with that. You know, I really didn't know where to go outside of MTH and Ready to Roll, and they helped me tremendously. Bill, it's a great old timer down in Miami. He's one of the original guys with MTH. I think he built their layout in their facility when they first opened up. But what I was saying is, I had some stuff that really was really nice and collectible, but I didn't really realize it, and I sold it. And now I regret it. So guys, don't sell anything if you don't have to. Hold on to your trains. You're not really going to get a lot of money out there on the market for them anymore. You know, I mean, if you sell it because you need money or you want to buy something different, and you know, that's your prerogative. But I regret selling some stuff that I had. I actually had the MTH Yingling train, and I had it. It was beautiful. You know, I ran it, and then I sold it. And now I regret it because it's really a scarce train. You can't get it out there. They only made it so many sets. So, you know, I live in South Florida. I'm really from the Bronx, originally from the Bronx, New York. You guys can tell by my accent. I'm not from the Midwest, you know, Southeast, but I live down in Florida. and I also live in New York. And like I was telling you guys, I got into this because of the pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, I actually was buying stuff before the pandemic, but I didn't have a layout. I had a shelf layout. I got into it because I lived in Florida and I wanted the tri-rail train for show inside the house. And I started getting into it. And there was a guy in the complex that really had a tremendous layout. Everywhere in his house he had tracks. He had them on the shelf and the ceiling. I got to hanging out with him, and I started learning a lot of stuff through him. And unfortunately he passed on. And when he did, I purchased a lot of stuff from the family. All this track, MTH track, I bought from the family. You know, some really nice trains I bought from him. And that's how I got started in the hobby. At 67 years old, I'm enjoying it. I've been doing it, I think, about 8 years now. Yeah, gotta be 8 years. 8 or 9 years, slowly getting into it. So all this stuff didn't come. I didn't go out and just buy everything all at once. I bought one fire station, and then I bought the Wise Guys Pizzeria. Actually, there's one in my neighborhood just like that. I come from an Italian neighborhood in the Bronx. Used to be all Italians at one time. At one time, it was rated the #1 safest city in America. It's called Arthur Avenue. Yeah, famous Arthur Avenue. So, you know, when I go on YouTube and I look at a lot of guys' stuff, I mean, they're people from all over the country. They're all different regions, and Atlanta and Georgia and Carolina and Jersey, and I discovered there's a couple of places in Staten Island now that sells trains. There's a company called Easy Catch that does a lot of custom run stuff. The guy's actually a bait and tackle store, and he sells trains too. That's a hell of a mix. I looked online, I seen a couple of things that I like. I liked a couple of the engines that he had there. And so we'll see. Right now I'm just going to chill out and work on the track. Get it to where I want it. I got enough rolling stock. I got a few things to unbox. And I'll be filming that. All right, guys. I don't want to bore you to death. Love yous all. Nice getting to know yous. And I'll see you on the next shoot. Let's go, Brandon. A couple of days we'll know where this country's going. Take care. Let's give it two. How do you like that? My controller went off. There we go. Give it two. Give it two for Trump. Let's go, Trumpy. So much propaganda they're putting out there, all this false crap. I never seen this country like this. It just gets me crazy. Anyway, we're all here and we're all Americans and we got to stick up for ourselves, okay? Again, see you on the next shoot. Love yous. Take care.